Good morning and hi everyone. Happy Wednesday. I'm so excited to be back. I was traveling for the last 2 days and speaking at a conference on trends, and so I didn't really have the time to do lives because we were starting at the crack of dawn, and so none of you would have been there to see them. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back in Dallas. The weather here obviously is nasty, so if you're in Dallas, be safe. But I want to just kind of jump right in. Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for joining this morning. But I want to just jump right in. My name is Julian Lever, if you haven't joined before, and I am the owner of the Dapper Diplomat. And here at the Dapper Diplomat, we focus on helping people, corporations and individuals, of course, with their communication skills, their networking skills, how to network, and of course, working on their personal brand, how to enhance their personal brand, how to take their personal brand to the next level. And this is Dapper Dossier. And what we do here is just take one little tidbit for each day, break it down, and give you some action steps that you can take for today and take out into the world. So I will just jump in this morning. For the last couple of Dapper Dossiers last week, and then we're going to jump in again this week, we've been talking a lot about mental health, right? And this seems to be a much hotter topic than it ever used to be. I think that is really a healthy thing. And why are we talking about it? Right? Why are we talking about it when it relates to business? Because it's more likely that the leaders who occupy a healthy mental health space, an aware mental health space, are prone to achieve their goals in a quicker and more efficient manner. They're more prone to achieve their goals in a quicker manner than the rest of us, right? Versus those choosing to stuff their feelings away in the closet. Right? That closet over there behind me. I'm going to stuff my feelings in there and ignore them. And then eventually they're going to need to come out of there. Right? So let's start to look and face the fears that we have about our feelings, which I know is, again, not a normal business topic. Okay? But I really think it is one that we need to address. So what is fear anyway? Right? Fear is just false events appearing as real. Okay? Think about that a little bit. False events appearing as real. Right? Maybe you've made them up in your head. You've turned something around and around. Right? And when those fears are looked at with a new set of lenses, it's much less relevant than the credence you're giving it currently, right? So what can we do to unstuff those feelings of inadequacy, shame, fear, imposter syndrome, failure, right? That are holding us back from being the best that we can be. Hi, Kent. Thanks so much for joining this morning. So here is the tip that we're going to look at today, right? Tip number 1. To begin to unstuff your feelings and address them, move through them, put fear over on the side table and say, you know what, you're not going to own me today. So, what is the first rule of engagement? Okay? Be prepared. Be prepared. It's the Boy Scout motto for a reason. As we've talked about here before, I am an Eagle Scout, so I am very familiar with Be Prepared. I would say that it brought me so much courage in my adult life because I really had to get my stuff together as a kid, right? So by entering each interaction that you have on a daily basis, having taken the time. This is the gig really here, okay? You have to take the time before you enter each interaction to be better prepared. to understand what it is that you're walking into, right? Because if you have all of the facts available, rather than flying blind, right, you're going to shift the rules of engagement to better work for you, okay? So, in all of the things that I just said, what is the takeaway, right? What is the takeaway? First, the takeaway is identify when you are having fear. And remember, fear is just false events appearing as real, right? You've most likely told a story in your head, and then now you're going to play that story out in real life. The way that we counteract that is usually by listening, especially in the business sphere, right? If you start to listen and really actively listen, which means basically pausing and waiting for the other person to finish before you jump in, whatever the fear is in your head that you've created based on what the person is that's in front of you and what they're saying is probably not real, right? So, identifying fears, fear of failure, fear of shame, fear of all of those insecurities that sometimes drive the way that we are working. Identify those, and then come up with a plan. Have a plan to tackle them, right? And we've been talking a little bit in the last couple of weeks about having a plan when it comes to dining situations, right? Having a plan when you go to lunch, having a plan when you go to dinner, having a plan when you go to a networking event, right? Because all of this really boils down to having a plan. And having a plan basically just means that you're better prepared than everybody else who you might be competing against. It also means that the goals that you have set out for yourself are going to be more easily achieved because you are getting right to the heart of the matter. Okay? You're getting right to the heart of the matter. And so I spoke at this conference this week on Monday. And it's so funny because my good friend India was the moderator of a panel that I happened to be on. And she is the perfect example of being prepared. Okay? She sent everyone questions beforehand. She had a call with everyone prior to arriving at the venue to talk through the questions to ensure that everybody had a really good understanding. Then she led 2 different sessions before we even got on the panel to make sure that our rapport was good and that we were going to be able to interact with each other and that we could throw one thing over here and then throw another thing over here and then everybody would feel really comfortable. She came with a plan. And was it a successful panel? Absolutely. Did we get a lot of information out of it? Absolutely. Did I even get to take something away from it? Yes, I did. And so she came. She came with a plan. She executed that plan and she killed it, right? Because by having a plan, you eliminate the fear. Okay? So that's today's lesson for everybody, including myself, is have a plan, eliminate that fear, and keep moving down the road. So, thank you guys so much for watching this morning. And for those of you following here, we're live on Facebook at The Dapper Diplomat. If you want to dive a little bit deeper into our blog, you can head on over to dapperdiplomat.com and click on the Dossier tab. And there is a wealth of blogs that you can go and read. We might have already covered a problem that you are facing. And if we haven't, please send us an email at getitright@dapperdiplomat.com, and we would love to be able to address your certain topic. You can also follow along at Dapper Diplomat on Instagram and at The Dapper Diplomat on YouTube. So I hope you're having a great day. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe down below, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thanks so much, and see you tomorrow.